We got mail.
Present for you.
I knew it was. I know they I guess what, about 2 years ago, we decided to try to stop putting bad things into our body.
Food and chemicals.
Yeah, and so we started eating primarily organic, all organic vegetables and most of the meats that we eat, and cutting out the processed foods, although we do have cheat days here and there. Too many.
Cheap dates or cheat days?
Cheat days.
Oh, okay. Just checking.
We went even as far as to start trying to grow our own food, and we have an aquaponics system where we can grow food and
chickens,
fish,
and we got our own chickens,
and we have our own chickens that are fed organic food.
They get fed non-GMO, soy-free chicken food.
Yes.
Their feed is expensive, but whatever they eat, we eat. So that's how we look at it.
This is true. And we also quit using chemicals like in the yard and on the vegetables and stuff, which means we've lost several crops due to pests here in Florida. Well, it's all a learning process. So.
That was part of the reason we lost the crops. The other part of the reason we lost the crops is because we're brand new to gardening.
This is true.
So it's a combination of several things.
So that was, about 2 to 3 years ago? And then over the last year, we decided to take it one step further. You know, we, instead of reaching for all the chemicals and things that are in pharmaceuticals over the counter and everything, we wanted to find a more natural way to treat. Yay, we got stuff we can pop. All right.
Something to scare off Nico.
So we have a petal diffuser. And then we have some essential oils. And some kind of book from doTERRA. Oh, nice. It's got all kinds of resources about what the oils do and different stuff. Very nice. So the first 2 oils that we started using primarily about a year ago were doTERRA. We did do some research online and found that doTERRA is one of the better brands. It's pure therapeutic grade oils, which is what you want to use. A lot of the less expensive ones are actually just...
So this is therapeutic. What's the other grade that's not therapeutic?
It just doesn't say pure or therapeutic, and it's more... It has chemicals in it to help give that... It has some oil in it, but it also has other things in it.
So therapeutic would be like the non-GMO version of essential oils?
Well, therapeutic oils, and first of all, we are not medical doctors. We're not giving you medical advice.
And we didn't stay at the Holiday Inn Select last night either.
We're just sharing what we've learned and ways that we've used them. But some essential oils can be taken topically. Some can be aromatic, meaning you diffuse them and smell it, breathe it in. And then others you can actually take internally, but you can't take all of them that way, so you have to really know which ones are safe and which ones aren't. And you never want to use something on your body or ingest anything that's not therapeutic, pure essential oil.
Okay.
So, because you could be getting chemicals that could harm you. So anyway, we started with lavender and peppermint. Those are the first 2 oils that we bought, and lemon. We did some research, and we actually did a little seminar online and learned a little bit about
We didn't do a seminar, we attended a seminar.
We attended a seminar to learn a little bit about different oils and stuff. It wasn't doTERRA, but after that we started researching and found doTERRA, and that was one that we chose to start using. Lavender has a lot of different uses. If you could only have one oil, it would be lavender in my book. Cures anything from, or treats anything from headaches and lady cramps, which he doesn't have to deal with. If you get a cut or a bug bite, you can mix the lavender and the peppermint. I know I got stung by a wasp, so we just looked up online what essential oil works for it, and we mixed the two and put it on there, and the sting was almost gone immediately. Mm-hmm. And the swelling went down pretty quick too. So instead of reaching for, the Tylenol or the Advil or whatever, mm-hmm. The drugstore, we go to our natural drugstore and use the lavender instead. We just apply it topically. You can use it with a carrier oil, because some of the oils I know, and we're still learning a lot, so we're not experts by any means, but some of the oils you have to put in a carrier oil because they're too strong. Lavender is one that you can put directly on. And you found an interesting thing that lavender does when we were working outside one day.
Okay, so we just had a hurricane here, and the river that we live near went 17 feet above normal, which means we had water literally maybe a quarter or a third of a mile from our house, and a lot of stagnant water, which obviously breeds mosquitoes. So whenever you go outside to do anything, or actually we were outside for several days because we didn't have power, you literally had like 20 or 30 mosquitoes just flying around you and just tearing you up. And so we put some lavender oil on us. I think we used a carrier oil for that too.
Yeah.
And I put it on my arms and my head and stuff, and you
not
put
that much.
And you put some on as well. Mm-hmm. And I forgot to put it on my legs. So my arms, my head, nothing whatsoever. My legs, they got tore up by mosquitoes. So I know that it works. Now you smell like lavender, but I'd rather smell like lavender than some chemical or whatever, and keeping it away from me. Keep the mosquitoes away from me.
I think I'd rather put lavender on my grandbaby too than some of that other stuff. So.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's another oil that we started using about a year ago. It's peppermint oil, see? And I know it has a lot of medicinal uses. Well, not medicinal, but therapeutic uses, because we're not doctors. But it also has some practical uses. Peppermint actually can help to keep spiders away. You can mix it with some other things in water and spray it around, and it'll actually help repel the spiders. The biggest thing that I use peppermint oil for, I have asthma, and it's reactive asthma. So I cough a lot. Instead of wheezing, it's an asthmatic cough. And if I can control the cough, then I don't get a really bad attack,
right,
and I don't have to go and take the steroids that they want to give me,
right,
in order to quit coughing and breathing. So,
and she smells like a candy cane.
Peppermint oil. I even have done it at church. Of course, everyone around me thinks I have a really strong peppermint candy in my mouth, but I take a little peppermint oil and just put it like on my neck where I can breathe it in. Or I'll actually put it on my finger and just put it in my mouth. And that too, you're breathing it, and it freshens your breath at the same time. So it stops the cough. And I think it's been about 2 years now that I have not had to go to the doctor for my asthma, which is good. And a lot of that I contribute to just being able to control my coughing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure it has a lot of other uses that we'll learn about. But those got us started. Those kind of convinced us that, yes, there's something to
this whole essential oil thing.
The essential oils. Yeah. And if you don't know what essential oils are, it's basically oils that come from parts of plants. So lavender comes from the lavender plant, and peppermint comes from the peppermint plant. And I just think it's neat that, God gave us all these plants mm-hmm. that we can use in a healthy way,
right,
to help us when we're having some discomfort, rather than
and all these chemicals,
rather than pumping, yes, right, all the chemicals that cause you to become dependent. And so we decided it was time to just go ahead and get more oils. And we love the doTERRA products, so we went ahead and signed up for doTERRA, so we get a discount on any of the oils that we purchase. And we got our first kit. The lavender oil also is a mood elevator or a calmer. I know when I'm stressed out, I can diffuse the lavender, and it helps to calm me down. Right. If I actually put this on at night, I either diffuse it in the diffuser, or I've mixed some with a carrier oil in a touch bottle, and I just roll it kind of on my neck so that I can breathe it if I don't have the diffuser available. And it helps me to sleep, because lavender and chamomile, things like that, are sleep agent, or help you calm down to sleep. So we went ahead and got the rest of the oils, and we don't know what they all do yet. I do know a little bit about them. So the other ones that came in our kit were oregano, which I'm not sure what it does, but we'll talk about it later. We have melaleuca, which is also tea tree oil, which I know can be used in some cleaners. We have frankincense oil, which is supposed to be good for the skin.
And it's in the Bible. And
I think that's one of the ones that can help you when you're sick too. I'm really interested in finding out about this one. It's Breathe. It's a blend that came in the thing for my asthma and my allergies. So I'll be looking at that one first. We've got Digest Zen, which is for your digestion. We have lemon oil, which we had used before. We've actually put this in water. I'm not sure. It just says citrus lemon on it, so I'm not sure what all. I know you can use it in cleaners and stuff like that, but we'll find out more. Right. And then the last one we got was Deep Blue, and this is for like aches and pains and stuff. You can mix it with a carrier roll and rub it right on. So, one of the other oils that we had bought in the past that's in our other kit was clove oil, and we've both had a toothache recently. Oh yeah. And put a drop just on.
I will forewarn you, it is nasty tasting.
It is.
Yeah, but the taste is only there for about 5 seconds or so.
Yeah, and then it went numb.
Yeah.
So.
It's if you have a real bad toothache, it's worth the 5 seconds of nasty taste for your tooth to go numb. And I honestly didn't think it would work, but she put it on my mouth, and I was like a dog trying to get something off my tongue. And sure enough, it went numb after that, and pain went away. So now let's. What's this?
So this is the diffuser. I already have some, not a doTERRA one, so I'm interested to see if this one works any different than my others. But this is what you can use.
What does a diffuser do?
A diffuser you add water to with a drop or two of the oil, depending on which oil you're using. Some are stronger than others. So one thing with the doTERRA oils, they are stronger than some of the other oils that you can get, which is why they may cost a little more. But it only takes one drop. So you open this up and put water in there, and then you put a drop of that, and it spreads it through the air, so in a mist, so that you're inhaling it.
Gotcha.
So like I said, we joined primarily to get the discount, but we do have a store now, so we'll post the link down here somewhere. And if you're interested in trying them out, or you want to, you see what we're using in any of our videos and you want to try one or something, you can actually order those right from our store and help us out in the process. Right. So,
exactly.
Or if you're interested in getting the same kind of discount that we are, I can talk to you about that. So
until then,
live your own story.